The table that we are going to show you now is about the quarrel between the Arabs, Ishmael, and Israel about Jerusalem. You know quite well, Jerusalem is really the heart of the problem, because this is really the center of all this faith, belief. Now, what we are going to see is an interesting table, which really Professor Haralick, Robert Haralick from New University, distinguished professor there, found out to be very highly statistic, as we see. But very important is it's based on the Zohar. The Kabbalah says that the heavenly minister of Ishmael, as we know, every nation has a heavenly minister, claims that Arabs have the right over Israel because God promised to give the land to anybody, to a nation who fulfill the commandments of circumcision. So God answers, as we see in the Zohar, which is in Exodus, this is the place, Exodus 32. And then he said, yeah, you are circumcising, but not full one, like the Jewish people. They have two acts, taking the foreskin and also taking another part of the skin, so which is called priya, really. So therefore, they deserve to have the land. But as you fulfill it still, not perfectly, so you will have the land. Up till the time will come, the Jews will have the right to come back. And this is interesting that somehow it's a clear indication to the year 1967, when we got back Jerusalem, parts of Israel. Also, the idea based on the Zohar, who says 300 years, the Arabs will have control. And this will finish really this year, if you take the time from when they started. So, interesting table, as we see just now, based on the Zohar, and also the statistics to show that only believing the Torah and keeping the Torah mitzvot properly, circumcision properly, then really just will have the right of it. But chas v'shalom, if they will not keep Torah, will not keep the circumcision properly and anything involved, so the Arabs will have a good claim over it. So let us see first what the Zohar says about this, about the land, as we say, about the heavenly minister. So the Zohar says the following. The Zohar says, you can see it here, the place is in Hebrew, the Zohar, Shmot Vayera, it is Exodus, and the portion Vayera, page 32a. So this said, come and see, for 400 years the minister of the children of Ishmael stood and begged before God. He said to him, whoever is circumcised as portion in your name, he said to him, it is. So he said to him, behold, Ishmael who is circumcised, why does he not have a portion in you like Isaac? He said to him, it is not. So the one was circumcised properly and according to the full requirements, while the other was not so. Ishmael don't fulfill, he said here, it's in the full covering, taking of the full covering. Moreover, the one cleave to me as is specified on the 8th day, while the others are distant from me for many days, being circumcised only at age 13. Now let us see the table about it. I mean, this is what Professor Haralick in the site, and this is what you have here is the following. So what you see here, you have two tables. So the first table, this is the first table that you see. This is exactly about the Zohar. The Zohar speaks about this part. This is exactly the verse. And there is exactly what God said to the Abraham and to the angel Ishmael. And regarding Ishmael, Shmaticha, I have heard you. But interestingly, see this table, this is really the call of Yerushalayim. And then we have the year of the 6th Devar, it's 167, when Yerushalayim came back to the Jews. Now, this is a table, and then there is another table which clearly shows this idea as we say that it is in the merit of Brit, which is circumcision, that Israel got their land in Yerushalayim. You can here see the Brit, which is the quarrel of Yerushalayim, and Ishmael, definitely they are arguing, they want Yerushalayim, and definitely the Ashraf and Patach, the PLO, the Patach, definitely Abu Mazen, all this required, they want their land, Israel, they want Yerushalayim. Now amazingly, you can see that the statistic is, if you consider 5 to 100,000, in fact it is smaller than 5 to 100,000 because Professor Haralick did not check more, but it can be even millions. So clear proof, this is what the Zohar says, that Yerushalayim, which is Israel, as we said, will belong to Jews when they will keep the Brit, the covenant properly, the circumcision, they cleave to him, but if Chas v'Shalom they will not, they will translate the Torah and so on. So unfortunately, who knows, really maybe they will have to give big parts of Israel, if not all, to the Arabs. So very important table, and really knowing that all problems is not politics background, but it is really much deeper to do with belief in God, belief in the Torah. Definitely only this is which will give Israel the right over the land.